Hello, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 6th of August. So we'll start off with the chart on our screen. This is SP500. You can remember what we said yesterday. We were looking for a buy on this one. So far, the price has done perfectly as I said yesterday. We had some bullish pin bars from this point. We had this candle. It closed as a continuation candle. The next candle gave us the same thing, still bullish. The next one was still bullish, and even the one before yesterday was bullish. Yesterday the price continued up, but this is almost insignificant. So this is still upwards. We still expect more momentum to the upper side. We want SP500 to continue to the upper side. The maximum it should go up to is around 3392.4. So if the price breaks and closes beyond this level, we'll simply wait for retracement and then we buy it again, expecting price to proceed much higher up to somewhere which will be determined in the future. As it is now, there's no other level other than the one which you have ahead of us, this one, 3392.4. If the price reaches it, then we are going to take profit. If it breaks above, we'll wait for pullback and then we continue buying it, expecting price to proceed even higher. So the buy which I'm talking about now is supported not only by the fact that we are above a resistance, but the indicator which you have on the lower side, this one, the ADX indicator, is also upwards. So it started being bullish from this point here, from this moment when the green line crossed above the red line. It's still above even as we're speaking now, which means we still expect more movements to the upper side. The next chart we want to look at, we look at gold. So gold is upwards. Gold is upwards. You can see clearly from this point. The price keeps forming higher lows from this point here. You can see we had this is the lowest low so far. If we take it from this point, another higher low. We have a higher low. We have a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. Even as we're speaking now, we are still seeing more higher lows being formed. So these are very good continuations, and if you look at this chart now, you actually are supposed to be looking for buy positions. Keep looking for buy orders. Expect price to give you buy signals. If it pulls back or if it breaks above the previous high, then those are the correct places to look for buy positions. So I'm not going to recommend a sell on this one whatsoever. This is still upwards. It is still upwards, and any pullback to the lower side will just be a retracement. So I just want price to break above the previous high or retrace back to the opening of the previous candle so that I can look for a buy position. So the next chart I want to look at, I will look at Brent oil. Brent oil, yesterday we were within a converging wedge formation. We still have it. Just look at it clearly. You can see we had this here. We had this, a resistance, a resistance, a resistance. As we're speaking now, the previous day's candle, which was this one, was not able to break above it. So this may be a sign that we are supposed to be sell off from this point. The fact that the price could not break above this trend line is a possible sign that we are likely to see sellers coming up to the lower trend line. So if the price closes above the upper trend line, we'll wait for retracement and then we'll continue to the upper side. If the price breaks below the lower trend line, then we'll wait for a retracement and then we'll pick a sell position up to the next level, which should be this one, and also the other one is this one. These are the only two places where we want to trade from. If the price breaks beyond the upper trend line, we expect a continuation to the upper side. If the price breaks below the lower trend line, then we expect a continuation to the lower side. These are the only two scenarios we are expecting. So the next chart we want to look at as USDJPY. USDY so far is a sell. You can remember what we said yesterday. We were here, we had a support, there was this break here, these two curves. The first one opened here, closed there, the next one opened below, then continued down. Just before the close of the month, we came back to the same place. So as long as the price does not clearly close above 106.45, we are sellers. We expect this pair to sell off. We expect sellers to come in up to this point. So simply expect a pullback and then a sell off up to this point. This is the correct place to look for a sell from. This one. So we'll move forward. We are going to move forward to our next chart. That should be a Euro USD. We have it here. So this too is upwards. If you see whatever happened yesterday, you can see that we actually closed above the highest close so far. This is what I'm referring to. This is the highest close we've seen so far. The previous day's candle actually closed above it. So this is a sign that we are continuing upwards. If you are looking at this chart now, you're actually supposed to be looking for buy positions, following the fact that the price closed above the highest close so far. And then the moving average here, which you're having, this one, the alligator indicator, is pointing upwards. Let me draw this correctly first so that we see exactly whatever I'm saying. So the alligator is pointing upwards. The ADX is also pointing upwards. And as long as the price is held above this point, 1.1848, we expect more movements to the upper side. So the next chart we want to look at, the last one for today, is Euro GBP USD. This is also upwards. As you can see, the price yesterday's candle actually closed above the highest close so far. We have this level here. This is a resistance. We have a resistance. We have a resistance. This candle actually closed above that resistance. So this may be a sign that we are continuing upwards. It may be a sign that we are continuing upwards, though it does not confirm that we are upwards. So if you're on this chart now, you're actually supposed to be looking for more buy positions. Expect price to keep giving us more buy orders up to this level here, 1.3349. The next level is this one, 1.3221. So expect a move up to this point, and then the next level is 1.3349. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, kindly feel free to post them here. Okay. Let me look at that. Somebody is asking me about GBP AUD. The second one, we have it here. So GBP AUD so far, for me, this is upwards. As we're speaking now, this is upwards, and I'm going to explain why I'm saying this is upwards. Look at this. Look at this indicator here, the alligator indicator. You can see that from this point we were downwards all the way up to this point when this candle closed above. Then right now as we're speaking, the price keeps closing above the same indicator which we were below previously. So based on this indicator, we expect a move to the upper side. We expect buyers to come in up to this resistance here, up to that resistance. If the price pulls back to the lower side, then this should be the place where you want to buy it from for the second time. So as it is now, we are still sellers. We still expect more movements. The upper side, we still expect more movements. The upper side, especially up to 1.8480. If the price breaks above it, then expect more move even higher up to this point. So thank you very much. That should be the end of this session. We're going to meet again tomorrow. Thank you. See you.